All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? So welcome back to the channel, Fantasy Files 1054. Super excited to get into this. Right off the bat, want to say you guys are crazy. Our last ranking video did really well, and just in general, the support we've been getting has been crazy. So I want to thank you guys first and foremost. Second off, I want to try to put this in the beginning of the video because I always say it at the end, and I think we can get a little bit better than how our channel's been doing in the like department. So if you like the video after you watch it, go ahead and like the video. Really helps me understand how you guys are feeling about the content. But I'm super excited to get into this Best Ball Mania draft. We haven't done a Best Ball Mania draft in a long time. So I'm really excited. A lot of developments in news have been happening over the past couple weeks, so we'll talk about that as those players fall to us. Looks like we already got Killa in here saying that the Pomeranian draft already happened, and I didn't even know that. When was that? I didn't even see it, and I was checking pretty regularly. But the thing about those Pomeranian drafts are that they last like a day or two. Like last time there was a Pomeranian draft, I only got one entry. It was going quick. Yeah, no, this one was going super quick too. I literally only could get one in this one. So not surprised I missed it, to be honest. Although my team's not too bad. Check that out. McCole Hardman's hurt now, so that sucks, but team's not too bad. All right. It's actually taking a minute to fill up. It's kind of surprising. But we'll wait nonetheless. Killer, how you doing, bro? It's been a minute. Once those puppy drafts ended, it was full rank grind mode, so haven't had a draft since the puppies ended, and that means no Killer for a while. Oh, it was super flex? Yeah, I'm good on that. I don't even mind. I'm not a fan of super flex. People do that for the redraft leagues, which I just don't get. I do not like super flex at all. I will say for a redraft league this year, I took kickers out and I added a flex spot. So we'll see how that works. I also think I'm going to add a trade incentive by saying that you're only eligible for prize money if you do at least one trade throughout the season. So just some things I'm trying out to get some more engagement. If I'm not in there with you, it's rigged. Oh, you're trying to get in this Best Ball Mania with us? You have plenty of time, so you should be in here. Let's see. Big reveal. Big reveal. Killa, first overall pick, and we're actually not next to each other this time, so I can actually root for you for once. Usually, if you guys are new to the channel, Killa is always in our drafts, and every single time he gets in a draft, he's right next to us in the draft order, which is usually fine because Killa only drafts DK Metcalf, Devontae Parker, and Alvin Kamara, so usually he's not sniping us on players, but either way, he's at the beginning of our draft, so we don't have to fight it for anything. Killa, I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Taylor at the 101. I think these drafts have been open so long and people have been drafting all off season. So they're getting bored with picking Jonathan Taylor at the 101. But to be honest with you, it's the right pick. And that's who I still pick at the 101 every single time. I will say Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, or Cooper Kupp are all on the table, but I'm going JT every time. I'm excited, though. I'm excited to get into this draft. Not in line to play Saturday. No one cares. Because I'm trying to remember the last. Here, let me look at my phone real quick. I'm going to try to see who I drafted or when I drafted last. 7 days. Yeah, so it was exactly a week ago was my last draft. So I'm super excited. Would be CMC. I don't have much of him. Yeah, CMC's fine too. CMC's ceiling is a little bit higher, in my opinion, but I think that's based purely off of history. I think moving forward and the injury history that he does have, I'm not necessarily worried about him getting injured, but I think they watered down his role quite a bit this year. So I don't think you're looking at the Christian McCaffrey of old, whereas Jonathan Taylor is still a young ascending player, so his possibilities are endless. But CMC's on his descent, so I think Jonathan Taylor's the right pick. Yeah, so we got a pretty cookie cutter start here, unfortunately. Deshaun Watson news comes out. He only got 11 games. That's so surprising to me. I cannot believe he's playing this season. I thought he was going to be out for the season for sure. So I'm very surprised he only got 11 games. Very surprised. A little disappointed, but I do have some shares of Deshaun Watson as far as fantasy goes, so we will capitalize on that. However, I just am shocked that they only gave him 11 games. It's wild. Oh my God! Someone switch it up. I can't. This start has got. I mean, live a little bit. Holy shit. We'll go. Maybe we'll live a little bit. We'll start it off. Reach on Devontae a little bit. I mean, what is this start, bro? Jonathan Taylor, that's fine. Christian McCaffrey, okay. Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar, Austin Eckler, Stephon Diggs, Derrick Henry. Like, might as well just do auto draft. Yeah, but the PA is going to be outraged. First chance Goodell appears. Come on. PA. Oh, the Players Association. Got it. First chance Goodell appears. Yeah, no, I need more round 4. Yeah, so if you guys weren't here for the video that Killa, drop that value on that draft that you're talking about one more time in the chat. I still can't believe you got the start you did. I think it was CMC, like Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, and I don't even remember. Drop that in the chat one more time. All right, who are we looking at? Travis Kelce goes, I actually need some more Saquon Barkley. So if he falls, I'll definitely take him here. If not, I also need some more DeAndre Swift, so I'll take that as well. I am strongly considering doing a big dog draft to round out the offseason here on Underdog Fantasy. So if that's something you guys would like to see, let's put a note. Let's try this on the channel. Like I said, our channel has been going crazy, especially with the last video. The support has just been unbelievable. So thank you guys one more time. But while I have you here, if we get this video, let me think. If we get this video to 20 likes, it's very doable. Very doable. I think our highest like was 7. All right, let's say 15. If we get this video to 15 likes, we'll do the $250 big dog draft to round out the season. I feel like that's a pretty fair trade. All right, so Killa. So the value he got, he was picking from the 105. Listen to this. CMC, Joe Mixon, AJ Brown, and Tyreek Hill all on the same team. I've never heard of a draft like that. I have no idea how you did that. All right, let's look at the team. CD, Joe Mixon, Najee, Travis Kelce, DeAndre Swift, Dalvin Cook, Kamara, Derrick Henry, Andrews, Diggs, Debo, Austin Eckler, Jamar, Javante. Yeah. Aaron Jones falls to the 21st pick overall, so that's a little bit of a value. But these, I mean, let's take some risks here, boys. Let's turn it up a little bit. Honestly, Killa, this might be your fault. Usually you bring value to these to the table. I see no value. You're not doing your job. You are not doing your job right now. All right, Killa on the clock, though. Let's see what he does. Mike Evans, wow, he fell late. That's a good scoop. And Tyreek Hill, no, I like that. That's a really good turn right there. Really good turn. All right, do we have any other values falling right now? We have Nick Chubb still available. Let's read up on some of these guys. Unlikely to play, obviously. Oh, my God, boys. Football is back. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait till we get back into it. And I'm getting really excited about this channel's progression during the actual season as well. We're going to dabble in the DFS game. I was thinking of this concept to still do some rankings to give you an idea of what you should be doing on the waiver wire in your leagues. So I was thinking of doing like what I call a 3x3. It's a new concept still. Maybe we do a 4x4, but I was thinking about calling it a 3x3, doing its own little series. We would have 17 episodes, or 16 episodes, where we once a week, probably like on a Wednesday, we would do the top 3 waiver wire pickups for each position: tight end, wide receiver, running back. And then I was thinking about a 4x4 for if we wanted to throw a quarterback in there. I don't think there's enough quarterbacks on the waiver wire to do 4, so I think we're going to stick to a 3x3 if we do that. So we're looking at like a DFS, do like 2 tournament-style DraftKings drafts on live stream, and then we'll prepare one 3x3. I think that's what I'm looking at. But right now, 33rd pick, Stephon Diggs' team passed up Josh Allen. I don't even think I want Josh Allen, though. We're going to get some more DJ Moore exposure, especially now with the Robbie Anderson injury. That makes him a little bit more enticing. We don't have a whole lot of exposure to DJ Moore. We've been picking up more Courtland Sutton as he's been falling to us. So if he fell to us again on the turn, we obviously would take him, but not counting on that. Same with Josh Allen. If he fell to us next pick, we would take him there. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to get some exposure, especially since Best Ball Mania is wrapping up. I'm trying to get some exposure that I have been looking back on and wishing I had more of. So that includes Saquon Barkley. That includes DJ Moore. Some of these players that have the potential to just go astronomical throughout the season that I'm pretty low on. We have had a... hold on one sec. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're going to keep that theme going here with the 40th pick. Back to 100%. Cool. Plenty of Jalen Waddle. Actually, we don't have a whole lot of Allen Robinson either. But that's not the player I'm looking at. Tyler, welcome. So, Tyler, the theme of this video is picking players I don't have a whole lot of exposure to, and that is going to continue with Breece Hall. I think Breece Hall is one of those players that you could pick, and he will shoot up your rankings as the season progresses. It's very common for rookie running backs to do well, so I think we have the potential there, especially now that Zach Wilson is hurt. That means it is dump off to the back o'clock. Usually backup quarterbacks come in and hyper-target their dump-off options to the running backs and their tight ends. So Breece Hall is in a better position for that with the Zach Wilson injury. And plus, we just don't have enough shares in Breece Hall. Breece Hall was an incredible prospect coming out of college. And just the way I usually draft, being that I usually go 2 running backs to start and then hammer wide receivers after that. And it's the same reason we have a high exposure to Jerry Jeudy and Jalen Waddle. I don't have a whole lot of Breece Hall because I'm usually picking a wide receiver in that range. So we're switching it up, and we're grabbing players we don't have enough of, and that is Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, and DJ Moore. I guess you could probably throw Devontae Adams in there as well. So that's what we're trying to do here. If you guys didn't know, the Best Ball Mania draft has been open the entire offseason, unlike the puppy drafts. The puppy drafts are periodic, so they'll only be open for a week or 2, whereas this Best Ball Mania draft has been open this entire time. And the way that affects us is when the draft has been open this entire time, it means that players have been, earlier on in the offseason, players have been taken at a really big value based off of, or I guess previous to any training camp news, whereas now we have all of the training camp news, and you can't get values on the players you once could, like Julio Jones. But you're also not taking players that have faded throughout the offseason, like Antonio Gibson. So it's a very different draft strategy than a puppy draft because it isn't local to the time period. So it's a little bit interesting, and that's why I'm okay with going through and grabbing some of these guys I don't have a whole lot of exposure to, because we do have plenty of teams in this format. Killa dropped in the chat that he was going to reach on a player, and that player is Chris Godwin. Let's see how big of a reach he went on that. 6-pick reach, so not too crazy. Oh, wait. Yeah, not too crazy, but I like it. Chris Godwin. So these are examples of players that you're not getting values on anymore that are playing in this player pool. Chris Godwin and Michael Thomas, when Best Ball Mania first opened up, these guys were going super late because it was thought that they were going to miss a large portion of the beginning of the season due to injury. But as the offseason has progressed and we've gotten more information, we learned that these guys are going to be back way earlier than we expected. In Michael Thomas's case, he'll be back week 1. So you're not getting that value anymore, and you're going up against people. Like if you go through and take Michael Thomas in like the 5th round or so now, I don't know where he's going exactly right now, but he's probably going in this 5th or 6th round as opposed to where he used to be going. He used to be going in like the 8th or 9th. But then it's vice versa. Some players were going super early, like Russell Gage got injured and now they're falling. So it is really weird how things are falling right now. And if this guy doesn't take Marquise Brown, this will be the value of a century. Don't take him. Don't tease me like that. Are you going to auto-draft him? Don't. Oh, my God. Oh, man. It. Wow. That hurt. I think we're going to go raw talent right here and just take DK Metcalf. I really am still hurt that I didn't get Marquise Brown at that value, but being that I don't have a shot at Lamar Jackson, I'm going to bet on the talent with DK Metcalf and to continue to really beef up the wide receiver core and just hope that there's a new quarterback situation when the season starts and kind of bet on some good news coming that way. If not, he'll do fine, even with Geno Smith. But we're definitely praying for a new quarterback. All right, David Montgomery or Elijah Moore? That's what I'm saying, Tyler. How are you hating on Marquise Brown? Unlikely. Yeah, I know, dude. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take Jalen Hurts. I think he is definitely primed to have a league-winning season at the quarterback position. He looked amazing in preseason. I have so much David Montgomery, and I don't think he's a league winner. My second choice was either going to be Elijah Moore or Amari Cooper because I do think they have potential to be league winners, especially since Deshaun Watson will be playing in the tournament weeks. So I do like Amari Cooper as well. So I was thinking about him, but I think that I want to go ahead and grab an elite rushing quarterback while I have the chance, especially since I was a little bit unsure of what to do in that situation. I'll take the safer bet, go with Jalen Hurts, and look for my values elsewhere because we really didn't have a huge value after Marquise Brown fell. Hang on, I'm going to wonder who my quarterback could be. Yeah, because you have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans now, so you're shooting for Tom Brady for sure. I'll be sure to scoop him before you can take him. Just because I wouldn't want you to be worried about someone else sniping him. Killa wanted Metcalf, so you got what you wanted. Wow, let me find out you're a I don't know if I'm a Metcalf guy, Killa. I don't know if I'm a Metcalf guy, but he has potential. His skill has potential, so we'll take him. All right. We're getting back to Killa on the clock. I'm going to look ahead at 81 and 88 range to see where we're going to be looking. I think, I could take Tom Brady. I could go Hunter Renfrow and shoot for a Derek Carr stack later on. Derek Carr's at 108. We're going to be picking at 105. So, yeah, maybe we go with Hunter Renfrow if he makes it back to us. I would really love it if Devontae Smith made it back to 81. Highly doubt it. But it's possible. No setbacks with minor injury. Yeah, he has some injury news right now, so it's never mind. He goes. And this actually puts us in the market to take Dallas Goddard at pick 88. So maybe we'll do that at 88 and go with a running back. Do we go for the full Philly stack? The full Philly special? Sanders missed another practice Thursday. Hasn't practiced since last Friday. While playing one drive with the first team offense and absence for the Sunday's preseason. You know what we're going to do? Because of Miles Sanders' history, I think we're going to pass on Miles Sanders, and we'll try to get Kenneth Gainwell later for that stack. We can't take Kenneth Gainwell if we take Miles Sanders right here, so let's pass it up, get another good wide receiver while we have the chance, or running back, and then try to grab Kenneth Gainwell later. I can't forget I'm looking for Dallas Goddard. I might have to take Allen Lazard, actually. Yeah, either way, I think I'm going to go Allen Lazard or Kadarius Toney. Tony Pollard's looking really interesting. Allen Lazard goes. But apparently Kenny Golladay has been looking horrible in camp. So I'm going to go ahead and take Kadarius Toney because I think that he is just an individual drill. I think he's going to be really good this year. He did a really good last year while he was playing and when he did get opportunities and he was on the field. It's just going to be a matter of him staying on the field. But apparently Kenny Golladay is looking pretty bad in camp, and they really don't have a whole lot of other options. We have Wan'Dale Robinson at the slot. But as far as wideouts, I think Kadarius Toney might take over the lead role there. So we'll take him since we got him at a little bit of a value. And I think he's one of those players that has crazy upside. And you got to remember, in these tournaments where we're shooting for a $2 million top prize against 450,000 other contestants, then we're really just shooting for those league-winning upside players, which is what we have right here. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Kadarius Toney, all with crazy upside. This probably wouldn't be my team if I was in a redraft league and I was looking for a higher floor because I think the floor on these guys are actually very low as well. But with this format, we're very comfortable going through and just grabbing all high-ceiling players. So as we mentioned, we're going to go ahead and pass up a running back here, and we're going to take Dallas Goddard for the Jalen Hurts Dallas Goddard stack. Cool. All right. I really do like the start of this draft. Let's go through. Had to reach for the stack. Scared me. Need a running back on my way back, though. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a running back here soon. I'm putting a lot of chips in Saquon Barkley and Breece Hall right now, but I like the way it's been shaken out. You got Amari Cooper at a really good value as well. I like that. Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Jonathan Taylor, Cam Akers. Yeah, I mean, you're not desperate for a running back, though. You're betting on Cam Akers having a really good season, and those two running backs taking you through the majority of the season, then just grabbing players later on that can support them. So I really like the start of your team as well. This is the benefit of being at the opposite end of the draft as you. We both have teams that we're actually very happy with. No real super values other than Marquise Brown, which is kind of surprising. I don't know why Marquise Brown fell so far. I wish he fell one more pick, but neither here nor there. There's a little bit of a run going here at the running back position. Dak Prescott actually goes really late, so this guy's really liking that value since he had Dalton Schultz from the previous round. He probably was not expecting to get Dak back. Did Jalen Waddle go at a crazy value too? Yeah, Jalen Waddle went at the end of the 4th round, which is a little bit interesting. Okay, so we do have some values falling in this draft. Derek Carr goes very early. That's someone we were shooting for, but Not a huge deal. Not super worried about that. All wide receivers on suspect teams. That's the only thing I'm not liking about, like you said, low floor, high ceiling. Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm just betting on the ceiling here. I agree. We have Kadarius Toney on a bad team, DK Metcalf on a bad team, DJ Moore on a bad team. But the bad team thing isn't as big of a deal with wide receivers as it is tight ends and running backs. Because tight ends and running backs rely heavily on red zone trips, whereas wide receivers can get productivity throughout the entire field. So I'm not as worried about having wide receivers on bad teams. I mean, if we look at Calvin Johnson, he was on one of the best receivers to ever live, and he was on a bad team his entire career pretty much, except for those couple seasons that they made a little bit of a run. But I'm not too worried about that. In my eyes, wide receiver ones on bad teams is actually somewhat of an upside because they're going to be down so much that they'll be passing the entire time. That'll be the whole game script, is to get them the ball. So, as we know in fantasy, it's all about volume. If you can pick the wide receivers with the highest amount of volume, like the odds are you're going to have a productive week that week. Yeah, but his quarterback just won the Super Bowl. Who? What are you talking about? Talking about Tom Brady? Exactly. McLaurin's a good example. Horrible quarterback situation, but still finished as a top 25 wide receiver last year. Looks like we have Kareem Hunt falling to us, so that's an easy pick for us, especially since Deshaun Watson will be coming back in time for the tournament, because the tournament is going to be week 16 is when it starts, or 15, excuse me. It's going to be week 15 when it starts, and Deshaun Watson is only suspended through week 11. So we'll have Deshaun Watson throwing Kareem Hunt the ball at the very end of the season, which we like. Wow. Julio Jones just continues to shoot up boards. Excuse me. Romeo Doubs is going in the 10th round. That is overkill. We got to play it cool on that. The thing about Romeo Doubs, he's been working his way up the leaderboards for quite a while. He at one point, maybe 2 months ago, you could get him in as your last pick in the 18th round. Then Christian Watson goes on PUP list, right? So when Christian Watson goes in the PUP list, everyone's freaking out, saying Romeo Doubs is the new wide receiver one. Back off of Christian Watson. And that's when Romeo Doubs' value skyrocketed all the way up to the 10th round. But now you have still 3 weeks of preseason and Christian Watson's off the PUP list. So I don't think Romeo Doubs is as enticing as he once was, and now you're taking him in the 10th round, whereas there's teams in this tournament that have been taking him in the 18th round and grabbing someone else in the 10th round. So I can't get on the Romeo Doubs value right now. Praised by Rodgers, like, good job. I don't know. Whatever. Christian Watson to be activated from PUP list, yeah. It's the next step in the process. Not like they'll be out there in team drills. They'll do individuals and some walkthroughs. Doors and closing them playing in the preseason. Like, yeah, we're not worried about that. We have a ton of Christian Watson, and I still think he's the number one guy. The other two top wide receiver prospects that Aaron Rodgers has had, or the other three, I guess, that were taken in the early second round, which is where Christian Watson was taken, was Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, and Greg Jennings. All legendary Packers. Christian Watson is primed for a good season. I'm not too worried about him being on the PUP list, and I definitely think he outproduces Romeo Doubs. Could be wrong, but that's how I see it unfolding. Oh, Megatron. Yeah, no, his quarterback was good, but he was on a bad team. I'm talking about bad team play and trips to the red zone. I agree Matt Stafford is way better than McLaurin's quarterbacks, but the point still stands. They weren't in the red zone that much. They didn't score that much. They were bad teams. And he was still hyper-targeted. That's my point. But yeah, I think Matt Stafford was definitely good. back in the day on the Lions. Killa did get Julio Jones falling to him. Let's see if he goes with the triple stack. Stay tuned for this. He goes Garrett Wilson. He passed on Julio Jones, which I actually think that's a smart play. You already have a double stack with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, so I think a triple stack is a little bit of overexposure. Now, you will see in previous teams, I have gone with a hyper stack before, which is when you basically target the entire team of a good offense. So I've done it with the Broncos before and got Javonte Williams, Courtland Sutton, and Jerry Jeudy. I've done it with the Cardinals before, where I've gotten James Conner, Kyler Murray, Zach Ertz, Marquise Brown, DeAndre Hopkins. But I've did that as an experiment, and we've talked about it all off season. But I've really been I've been focusing on portfolio diversification when I talk about different structures, being that this is my first year in Underdog Fantasy. So we wanted to have a little bit of exposure, but that is definitely not my favorite way to draft a team. And you probably won't see me do that again. I just wanted to do a couple there for a small period of time, just to have a little bit of exposure. All right, so Kenneth Gainwell is coming back to us. But I think we can afford... Let's see. I think we'll go Josh Palmer here and stick with the theme of grabbing players with high upside that we don't have enough exposure to. And Josh Palmer is a perfect example of that. I think I have one other team with him on there. And it's very possible, especially if there were to be an unfortunate injury to Mike Williams or Keenan Allen. Josh Palmer has been getting really good reviews out of camp, and he's going to be on a very good offense. So even though he's the third wide receiver on that offense, he's still going to get plenty of looks and plenty of scoring opportunities. So being that we don't have a whole lot of them, we'll take him. McCole Hardman's coming off of an injury scare, and I have so much Michael Gallup. And I already know I'm going Kenneth Gainwell right now. So we're looking good. We have our elite quarterback. We have our 5 running backs. So now we'll stop at running back. We have 5 solid wide receivers and a good tight end. So we're actually looking really good. What we're going to do in these next coming rounds are we're going to start looking for a quarterback, a second quarterback, and just more wide receivers. Who the hell reached on Tua? Yeah, where did he go? Oh my God. Well, Tua went at 117 before Kirk Cousins. He usually goes at like 135. So yeah, that's like a 15 to 20 pick reach. That's wild. Isaiah Pacheco, another player that you used to be able to get in the 18th round, and now he's going in the 12th. This is really difficult, and this team is honestly falling victim to... Actually, he's just reaching on anybody he wants. He went Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift, Ezekiel Elliott, reached on Ezekiel Elliott, reached on Lamar, got Bateman at a value, reached on DeAndre Hopkins, reached on Sky Moore, reached on Dubs, reached on Watson, reached on Pacheco. I mean, he's got his team. I'm honestly surprised this isn't one of our other subscribers, Chris. This is the team he would draft. Yeah, people are really switching it up at this point of the year. So I have my friend league redraft draft scheduled for September 2nd on a Friday. Super excited for that. That's going to be the first 10-team draft that I have been in this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait to take my friends' money. I'm really trying to convince them to up the ante so we can get I don't know if you guys seen them, but they have fantasy football trophies, WWE style belts, and championship rings. So I'm really trying to get them to up the ante so we can afford to get one of those, because honestly that might be better than the actual money payout. So if you guys are in the chat, try to convince Tyler in the comments. He's in our friend league. And if we get enough comments saying that we should up the ante to get a fantasy football belt, then maybe I'll just go ahead and grab one anyways. Maybe I'll just get it out of pocket if we get enough likes. So if you guys are just tuning in A, like the video for me. Helps a lot. B, if we get to 15, I don't know if I want to do 15 or 20. My highest amount of likes is 7 likes. If we get to, let's say 20. We'll say 20 because it's so much money. If we get to 20 likes on this video, I don't know how you're going to do it, but if you do it, if we get to 20 likes, we'll enter the Big Dog $250 draft to round out the Underdog Fantasy drafting season. Because once the season starts, this Underdog Fantasy draft is kind of out the window, and it turns into more of a DFS channel. Who the hell reached on Tua? Chris, welcome to the stream, Chris. Never forget your reaction when I drafted Pacheco in the draft. Yeah, I know. Well, now you're looking good because you drafted him in the 18th round. Now he's going at, what, the 12th? I will say, you reached on some crazy players, but you weren't wrong on all of them. Some of them, but not all of them. It's funny that you think you're going to take my money. Belt. So, Tyler, you're on the belt. Try to convince some people with me. Every time I bring up football or fantasy football, they don't necessarily want to talk about it. So, if you get enough people on the belt grind, because I want the belt too. The belt is the coolest one for sure. And tell me that wouldn't be the coolest shit to have in your office. So, if we can get everyone on board, I am so down to grab the belt. So I think what we're going to do, it's a little bit odd, but I want to go Wan'Dale Robinson right here, actually. Again, this is someone we want more of. I think he's a pretty good sleeper. It's going to set up a Daniel Jones stack for me for my second quarterback, who is a quarterback that has sneaky rushing upside, even though I don't believe in him doing well for his team. I think he can produce some spike weeks. We've looked it up before because I've gotten shit for drafting Daniel Jones in the past, saying that he's not capable of 30-point games, but he is. He had 3 games last year that he reached 28 to 30 points, which is more than enough to win some leagues. So we are going with the triple stack. I forgot that I took Saquon Barkley, but we have the triple stack in a very bad offense now. We're about to. And although I literally just said in this video I didn't want to do super stacks, I'm currently doing one. I lied again. But the thing about Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney, and Wan'Dale Robinson is they all have a very, very high ceiling. So even if 2 of them flop and we catch the one lightning in a bottle and Daniel Jones is throwing the ball to him, we will capitalize on that upside. And they're not our highest players. I mean, Saquon Barkley is. We're kind of banking on him in this team. But between Wan'Dale and Kadarius, if one of them hits, then we'll be set. And the way that Kenny Golladay looks in camp from reports, I'm pretty confident that one of them will break out this year. Probably Kadarius Toney, but if it's Wan'Dale Robinson, we'll have that base covered. So we have what, NFC East stacks right now? Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts stacked with Kenneth Walker. And that's it. Oh, and Dallas Goddard. And then we have Daniel Jones stacked with Saquon, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Kadarius Toney. All right. I got to catch up on chat. Chris Davis, I'm late to the party, was buying Bryce Perkins rookie cards on eBay. That guy's going to be a stud. That's hilarious, dude. I had so many football cards, like really nice ones. There's a card shop by my house when I was a kid, and I would go and get all like the nicest cards, like the super rare ones. I went to college, and come to find out, my mom gave away this entire box of like 3,000 really nice football cards. She gave it away for someone for like $25 at a garage sale. I'm glad I don't know who it was, because if I found him, he could be a multimillionaire based off of my football card collection alone. That's back when football and baseball cards were NFTs before NFTs. Let's say 2 likes for another. I already have 2 likes, don't I? What do I have? Nah, I can't. I gotta let these dogs out. They're gonna start biting me if I don't play with them. I got home from work and I just hopped right on. I was so excited to get on this Best Ball Mania because I haven't drafted in a week. But they probably have to shit pretty bad. So let's see if we can get a live look. Zena, you got shit? Wait, how do I do this? Yeah, if you guys weren't aware, those are the underdogs. That's where they actually got the name for these puppy drafts and the Best Ball Mania drafts. They contacted me. They said, "We love your dogs. We love the profile picture of your YouTube channel, and we want to know if we can name the giraffes and our website after your dogs." So these are actually the underdogs for Underdog Fantasy. I hope that stays. I need a new webcam. All right. So who do we need? We need another tight end and more wide receivers. Let's look at this on a zoomed out perspective. We have Killa, triple tap in the tight end position, it looks like. Jonathan Taylor, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, Cam Akers, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Tom Brady double stack with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, Treylon Burks, scary pick. Treylon Burks has been sounding pretty bad. Antonio Gibson. I hate this turn right here with the Treylon Burks, Antonio Gibson turn. Melvin Gordon, Garrett Wilson, like that. Mike Gesicki, Irv Smith, David Njoku, like that. Marlon Mack, like that. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about your team is this turn right here. I don't like Treylon Burks and Antonio Gibson at all. All right. So, we need tight ends and we need wide receivers. Jameson Williams is still available? Oh my God. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Yeah. That is what we're talking about league winners. The thing about this team is our ceiling is so high. Jalen Hurts and Daniel Jones' ceiling is not high. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. But Jalen Hurts' ceiling is could be a potential quarterback one. Saquon Barkley had one of the best rookie running back seasons of all time. Breece Hall is one of the best prospects in quite a while. Kareem Hunt, Kenneth Walker's another great prospect. Jesus Christ. And we're about to pick. Oh my God. This is a disaster. All right, I have to hold it for this pick. Oh God, our tight ends are looking horrible right now. So we're going to look to draft our last wide receiver. We'll go with Will Fuller. Keep our ceiling high. There we go. Look, no hand. Uh-oh. He's about to fall again. All right. Nobody move. I actually did think about taking Deshaun Watson right there as a late. Oh, should I have done that? I don't know. I thought about it. Definitely thought about it. Grab him for the end of the season. Pair him up with Kareem Hunt. Maybe come in as a late round flyer. If you're listening to this, Killa, don't take him. I'm going to try to get him on the way back through. So that would be much appreciated. Oh, wait. Let's catch up on this. Starting to take Bryce Perkins in the 18th round with Allen Robb. This could happen with Stafford's elbow. Bryce Perkins. Who is that? God damn it. Stay. Dude, I need tape. Bryce, I gotta look this up. I don't know who this is. Chris always coming in with the players that I have no idea who they are. I know a lot of players. I know a pretty good amount of players in these drafts, and he continues to bring these guys that I don't know who the hell he is. Bryce Perkins. Football quarterback? Is he the guy from the AFL? He played in Arizona State, transferred to Arizona College, and then Virginia when he earned his starting role. Professional career. Perkins signed with the Los Angeles Rams, an undrafted free agent. He was waived by the team. So why are we high on Bryce Perkins? Are you thinking that Matt Stafford is going to miss time and he's the backup? Deshaun Watson does go. That's a bummer. Baker Mayfield expect to be named starting quarterback for week 1. No shit. Wow, I'm so surprised. That's wild. All right, we're coming up on the 17-18 turn. Definitely going to need a tight end. Probably go with like a Logan Thomas. Feel pretty good about him. Mo Alley Cox if he's still available. Isaiah Likely for the Ravens has actually been getting a lot of hype. He's been looking really good in camp, and we have no wide receivers. So it's very possible they use both tight ends, Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. I think my preferred choices right now are Mo Alley Cox and Logan Thomas with Tyler Conklin as a backup. That's the plan. Let's just double check to make sure there's no real values falling to us. We do have J.D. McKissick falling quite a bit, actually. Not really interested, though. We already have 5 running backs. AJ Green, don't need a wide receiver. The only positions I'm really interested in are quarterback and tight end. And I do think that Marcus Mariota actually is a really good late round sleeper. I really do. We're not going quarterback, though. We're going to go 3 tight end build. But I do think that Marcus Mariota could surprise some people. And the other thing about Marcus Mariota that I just realized was he supported what was his name? Delaney Walker on the Titans to be a top tight end when he was there, which makes me a lot higher on the ceiling of Kyle Pitts. I was already super high on Kyle Pitts. I have him ranked as my 3rd tight end on the season, which I still am a fan of. And I think that Marcus Mariota stat that I saw and was reminded of only further supports that. So just to get some diversification, we'll go Tyler Conklin. We'll go Tyler Conklin as our 3rd tight end. So right now our team is, our final team is Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones at quarterback, Saquon Barkley stacked with Daniel Jones, Breece Hall, Kareem Hunt, Kenneth Walker, Kenneth Gainwell stacked with Jalen Hurts, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Kadarius Toney stacked with Daniel Jones, Joshua Palmer, Wan'Dale Robinson double or triple stacked with Daniel Jones, Jameson Williams, Will Fuller, and then our tight end is Dallas Goddard double stacked with Jalen Hurts, Mo Alley Cox, and Tyler Conklin at tight ends. Once you get past a certain point at the tight end position, you're really just fishing for touchdowns. And when you're fishing for touchdowns, I think your Tyler Conklins and Mo Alley Coxes are not much different than your Hayden Hurst and Braven Jordans and Austin Hoopers. I think they're all the same player, to be honest with you. They're going to have weeks where they have touchdowns. They're going to have weeks where they have no points. Before we hop off, please like the video if you like the video. We only got 2 likes and we got some viewers in here, so I want to remind you of that. I got to start pressing it, and if we get 20 likes on this video, we will do a $250 big dog draft to end out the Underdog Fantasy season that's wrapping up. Once the season starts, we'll transfer over to DFS-style DraftKings drafts on a week-to-week basis, and then obviously we'll be getting into our redraft leagues, and I really do need to get into a Dynasty League. I haven't done that ever, actually, so got to look for that. Our projection's really low, but we don't care about projections. Let's see. Chris says McVay says he's been blown away at how good Allen Robinson has looked. Really? I've taken almost no Allen Robinson. I actually was just talking about this with someone in my comment section on the wide receiver ranking video. I can't get behind Allen Robinson because he did nothing last year. But that's interesting to note. Throw your queue up. Let's get them out and come back and let's go. I deposited $50 just for you. It's been too long for just one draft. No, I can't do it right now. I can't. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow, though. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow, and we'll do 2 this week. But I got to go take these dogs out. Bold prediction, Gibson will be their fastest water boy. I agree with that. I cannot get behind Antonio Gibson, and I will not draft him anymore. It's kind of like a CEH type player to me. I think he's fading. I think there's other players that look better than him. And even if he does play, he's going to be in he's not going to get the goal line touches. Brian Robinson will, and we were shown that in week 1 of preseason. So, down with Gibson. Who do you say not to take? I missed it. Oh, God, I forget. This is why I got to keep up with chat. That's my bad. Chris says you have to stop with Fuller. He has mental health issues and is reportedly not even trying to be in shape for football. No, I actually did hear him say that, but if he does come back, I'm taking him as my last wide receiver, so I'm really shooting for a home run there. And if you look at who I'm taking him over when I'm looking at the wide receivers, I'm taking him over Zay Jones, Corey Davis, Jameson Crowder, who's the backup now, Randall Cobb. I'm not taking him over anyone good. So, I mean, maybe I could have went with Braven Jordan over Will Fuller, but I think that in these tournament-style drafts, Will Fuller is a better bet for that upside. And let me just do this. Oops. There we go. Oh my God. Okay, fucking. Stop. I don't want to go to maps. Okay. All right, what am I looking up? Will Fuller news. Let's see. Let's go past week. Better places 1.5K on free agent Will Fuller to lead NFL in receiving touches for a potential 750K. All right, my boy. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm a fan of Will Fuller, but you are not winning that bet. Let's see. Packers need to sign Will Fuller. Monitored by teams. Because I did hear him come out and say how he wasn't even really sure if he was going to play football this year. So I did see that, and I think that is baked into his price. But from what I'm seeing, it's still possible that he comes back. And if he does come back, he's going to go to someone like the Cowboys. He's going to go to someone like the Ravens. He's going to go to someone like the Packers. So he'll be put immediately. He could even go to the Browns now that Deshaun Watson, because I think he was holding out until he heard solid news from Deshaun Watson because he wanted to re-link with him in Cleveland. So now that we've heard news on Deshaun Watson today, on him returning for this season, I could see Will Fuller getting signed to the Browns in the next couple weeks. So I did see that he was potentially not playing this season, but the upside is just too good for the price you're getting him at when you're getting him in the 16th round over guys like Zay Jones, Jameson Crowder, and Tyquan Thornton. I used to be high on Jameson Crowder, but it looks like he officially lost the starting slot receiver job to Isaiah McKenzie. So I actually do like taking him there regardless. Watch Bryce play. It's undeniable. Okay, I will. Wow, look how far Wilson has dropped. Hurry up and let's take the dog. Nah. Kelly, you know I can't. You know I can't, but I will. I'll get into another draft soon. Everyone like the vid. Let's get this. Yes, please. Listen to Tyler. Thank you for reminding everybody. Like the video. Get us to 20 likes so we can get a $250 draft going. Looks like Chris Davis is a bigger fan of Tyquan Thornton, Brian Edwards. Lots of better bets. See, I'm not on this Tyquan Thornton bet. I don't know why everyone's so high on him. I really don't like him. I think there's way better options in that offense, and it's not even a very good passing offense. So, and a touchdown. Thornton capped the first quarter with 2-yard touchdown. Okay, blah. The rookie second-round pick out of Baylor was drafted to stretch the field. That's the thing. He's a field-stretching option, so he does have the spike week potential. So I guess you could argue that he's just a more reliable version of Will Fuller. I think he has the higher floor for sure. I mean, obviously, I guess. But I do think that the ceiling is way higher on Will Fuller, so I'm okay with that bet still. I appreciate your concern, but I'm okay with that bet. So I'll remind you guys, if you haven't signed up for Underdog Fantasy and you want to sign up, because even though these best ball drafts are going to come to an end here soon. There is plenty of prop bets and different types of leagues you can do throughout the season. So still a great platform. If you want to sign up for that, you can use code FFX54. It's above my head and down below at the time of sign up. And if you sometimes it doesn't work, so there is a link in the description as well. And go ahead and like the video. So if we get this 20 likes, we'll do a $250 big dog draft on stream. But other than that, we are going to get out these running back ranking videos very shortly. I do want to say thank you guys for all the support on the wide receiver ranking videos. You guys killed it. This channel really has been doing pretty well in our first season for streaming. So I really appreciate all the support, especially from the OG day ones. So thank you to you guys. Thank you to everyone that's been checking out the videos. And we will see you guys again come probably Monday. We'll get those running back ranking videos out, if not earlier. So thank you, everybody. Just keep drafting while you can. We got 3 more preseason games until the start of the official NFL season. So we're wrapping up here, and we're really zeroing in on the actual season getting started. So I'm sure we're all excited. Our redraft leagues are coming up, so I hope we've gotten a lot of practice on UnderdogFantasy.com. But until we get those ranking videos out for the running back position, everyone have a great weekend. And then we will see you next time on the live stream come midweek next week. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate all the support. Peace out.